So we're not saying there's nothing to do, and we're not saying that there are no problems to solve, and there are not deadlines to meet, and all these things. We're saying that if we approach them with a trustful awareness, instead of a put out the fire, run for your life kind of mentality, physiologically and mentally, it changes everything. And then we are open to greater creativity. And so you'll actually get the project done faster. And I work with corporate executives as well in teaching the same stuff, because all of this helps to make a business more efficient. It makes the workflow in the office better, more efficient, even in terms of bottom line. Forget about the humanity that you bring back to the environment, but even just in terms of work efficiency, putting out fires is not an efficient way to get a job done. So by taking 20 minutes at the beginning of the day, you will find exponential more time in your day. I was just telling this story. Part of my book, I tell how when I was in college, I was studying a lot, I was hanging out with friends a lot, I felt like I was really busy, and I was always behind. I was always scrambling last minute to get stuff done. And then I get to grad school, and I had so much more work to do. And I look back at my time in college, and I thought, man, what the heck was I thinking? I thought I was busy then? That wasn't busy. This is busy. Then I graduate, and I get married, and I decide to start a business at the same time in New York City. So starting off fresh in every way possible. So I am scrambling, pounding the pavement, knocking on doors at rectories, blasting out my email, putting out business cards, and not to mention starting a family and a new marriage, working on that, doing all this stuff. I was like, holy cow, am I busy? What the heck was I thinking in grad school? Then we got pregnant right away. Now comes the first baby. And the baby comes into the world, and it's the most beautiful, amazing, joyful thing. But man, I was with less sleep, more work to do, business starting to pick up, all this stuff. Now I'm really busy. What the heck was I thinking when it was just me and my wife in our little studio apartment in the city? That was like glorious vacation. Then we have 2 kids, then 3 kids, then 4 kids. Every time adds to the plate, adds to the plate, adds to the plate. Well, somewhere around between 2 and 3 children, I discovered that practicing this every day and really living this way radically, fundamentally, totally changes everything. And I can say now I have 4 children. We just finished a bunch of renovations on a house, 2 businesses. I'm creating courses. I'm writing this book. I'm writing the next book already. Like, my output is exponentially increased, and I have never had more time in my life. There's not a moment, well, I can't say that. I won't go all that far. There are moments when I feel busy. But for the most part, almost 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I feel that everything has a time and a place, and everything is going to work out in terms of that schedule. There's nothing to worry about, and it changes everything about the way we live. So think about bringing that into your home, the way that you parent, the way that you structure your meals, the way that you structure your life with the community around you, the way that you work, the way that everything can be blessed by the presence of God and the trust and abandonment to Him. And I literally have never felt more at ease in my life after all this stuff, and it just doesn't stop. People look at me like I'm crazy, and people always say, this is what I love too, this is in my book. This is a catchphrase, but I always say busy is a dirty word. When people say they're busy, it's a way of saying, I have not managed my life well enough. Oh, you must be so busy. That's an insult. Please do not say that to me. You can call me, you can email me, and I'll probably call you back pretty soon. I am accessible because I see that as a goal that if we really trust God, we have nothing to worry about. If we have nothing to worry about, then we can be more efficient in the way we spend our time, and then we can actually be more fruitful with all the gifts that God gives us. Now, that doesn't mean I answer every call, and that doesn't mean that I say yes to everything. In fact, saying no to a lot of things is part of that efficiency. Some people have a problem saying no, Because you're worried about what they're going to think. You're worried about what other people are going to think. You're going to worry about what opportunities you're missing by saying no. On and on and on and on. Worry, 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 worry. When we don't have worry, we can discern. Something doesn't feel right about this request. I think I'm going to say no. I'm not even going to spend time to figure out what it was. That would take up more time than it deserves. Or this really sounds great. I have no idea how I'm going to get to Australia. I have no idea how I'm going to ever manage in the midst of everything else that this is what God is calling me to do. But I feel it. And I think yes is in order. I'm just going to do it. So this is where we can go. And like I said, I don't do this perfectly. And that's why I love to tell people I'm not even good at this. And I can experience that kind of change in my life and be this productive with output and actually feel no busyness. So if I can do it and I'm not even good at it, it's certainly possible and it's certainly worth your time.